And this is it. Sif is in labor. We're gonna get this over with snappishly. Darius, I'd like you to finish what you're doing. Oh, girlfriend. Forgot she was squeamish. She's grossed out by everything. Listen, the 1300s, they're a rough time to be alive. Sorry, Sif, just 1 second. They're all busted. Okay, I'll deal with them in a second. No, I forgot. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I keep doing this. I forgot to have a woman who'd already successfully given birth come over. That means that Sif is gonna have an extra role. Sif, I'm so sorry. This is my fault. I've done this to you. Do you think Sif would be upset if we named our first baby girl together Selby after our wife? Maybe that is a bit risky. We'll name her Dovile instead. What a scene we have here. Oh, he seems happy. Okay. We'll go ahead and roll for them now. Okay, so as we note, the first one never counts. At all. First, we'll be rolling for Sif. And I did forget to have another woman who's given birth before, so hopefully this doesn't get her. Excellent. She's totally safe. Sif is fine. We're going to be able to keep her as our wife and the sister of the man that we're soulmated with. But, you know, better complicated than dead, you know? Now, baby cannot roll a 1. Oh, Dovile, baby. Cannot roll a 1, a 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or 20. That's a 40% chance of failure. So, Dovile, we're pulling for you, bud. Oh, thank goodness. Man, this family and their babies, they are so lucky with their babies. So lucky. I swear this family is so lucky with their kids, because normally in this challenge, you're losing kids left, right, and we haven't even lost a baby yet, I don't think. And I even upped the rolls. We must just be lucky with that. Unlucky with wives, but lucky with babies. Sif's struggling a little bit. She's grossed out from having to change the diaper. She wants to neglect the tenants, who also happen to be her family members. She thinks everything's disgusting. You know, Sif, if you'd been able to be born a noble lady, I think you'd have had a pretty good time of it. But sadly, it's not your destiny. So Grace seems really happy with her new sibling. Her brother does not. Oh, but maybe Gree can remember her aunt? I don't know, maybe not. Gree, you've got a little missing tooth just like your dad. Why does your dad have a missing tooth? I really don't know. I can't tell you. But I know that he does. Now, today was originally supposed to be the Lord's Harvest Festival because it's towards the end of winter. But the end of winter. That's so silly. The end of fall. But I knew that we were going to have a lot to talk about since it's the 1307 is a pretty big year for history. So in England, I should say. So I just went ahead and, kind of like, skipped through that. Thinking is only level 2. What have you been doing? Yeah, you are always behind on thinking, in fairness. Oh, and today is Monday. Okay, so this brings us to a new rule that we have for this challenge. 11 eggs, Cree. Dang. So the new rule that we have for this part comes to us with this in the section called status specific rules. So we're serfs, that's why it says so. You're a serf, obviously, and as we know, we can only go hunting once a week for free. We can pay to go more. Fishing, oh, this is why we wanted our own pond, because we could pay 100 simoleons and go fishing in the stream that's owned, but then we can only catch 10 fish, and that's 100 simoleons. You know what I mean? Now, there are sort of like the situations and there are the consequences. So, for example, streams are owned by nobility and royals, so any unauthorized use is punishable by execution. It's only a 1 in 10 chance that you'll be caught, but if you get caught and you roll a 2, then you get immediately executed, so it's pretty high stakes. But what we're talking about for today, which happened to work out pretty well, is once per seasonal year, so for example, from the spring to the spring, the king and his entourage will come and visit your region. So to find out when that would be, it's, for example, for 2-week-long seasons, roll a d8 to see when he'll visit. If you rolled a 1, it would be week 1 of the first season that you were rolling during, or if you rolled a 2, it would be the second week of that season. When I rolled, we happened to get exactly this part, this second half of fall. And I decided, since Edward has just been coroned? No, that's definitely not right. Since Edward's just been crowned king and Isabella as well, it would make sense for them to be traveling around, visiting, their nobles and sort of getting to know people. That makes sense. So for this challenge, what's interesting from a historical perspective is that, of course, English kings owned all of the real estate. So they owned the homes, they owned the estates. They were sort of like letting them out to their earls and barons. Many kings really like to travel to their courts' homes. They would do this pretty frequently. Edward I, as an example, Edward who's just passed, was known to have stayed at 75 homes in the space of 1 year. They would bring these vast entourages with them. They would have their family, their friends, their servants, high officials, grooms, huntsmen, laundresses. Up to like 200 people would be traveling with them. These crazy big groups. And this cost so much and put such a strain on nobles that some of them at some points in history said that they were suffering from the plague to try and get out of hosting. They put such a strain on the nobles. And unfortunately, who's at the bottom? We're at the bottom, right? So who's the one who's really going to get screwed over? It's us. So when the king comes to visit, our lord, Lancaster, needs all of our food. We have to give everything we have. Everything. However, we do get to harvest once more during this gardening period. But I mean, that's not going to make up for all the food that we're losing. We have to really hope that when the famine happens, that we don't end up getting this again, because that would be a real bummer. But we don't have to roll again until next spring. So we've got like 3 more weeks to do the roll to find out when we're going to have to do this again. But on the positive side, we can roll a d4, and if it lands on a 2, then we get to meet the royal family. And if we get to meet them, then we roll a d4 again. And if it lands on 2 again, then we get gifted with money. So that's a positive side. So let's go ahead and do that now. So from a d4, the first one never... Oh, dang it, the first one never counts. When we roll a d4, we are not going to get it this time, but we can try to roll a 2. No, we didn't even get to meet the royal family. Dang it. Thought maybe this time. Boo! Okay, well, at least we know. At least, I don't know, At least something. I'm trying to look on the positive side, but it's kind of tough. At least we get to lose all of our food. How fantastic. Oh, and just like that, our other food has gone off just in time. Just in time for it to really hit us where it hurts. So, let's go ahead and collect all of our stuff up and see how bad this is going to be. Because gardening gives you so much money in The Sims, if we'd have just sold all of our food, if we'd have sold it all, we would have gotten 22,418 simoleons, which would have made us almost able to buy our way out of being serfs. But unfortunately, we don't get to keep that. We have to sell it. Not right now, Sindri. We've just kind of lost everything we own, so thanks for checking in though, bro. So yep, that's the kingly visit. We get to lose everything. And, well, I guess we didn't lose everything. It could have been worse. It could always be worse, you know? But in the meantime, we're just gonna try and harvest everything. That's okay, Sif. You can go ahead and do harvesting instead if you want. That's helpful. But yeah, these guys will keep doing what they're doing and harvesting, and then we'll try and recover what we've now lost. But it is also Leanne's birthday today, so we have to make sure that we do that before we finish the day. But I think despite the fact that we have lost all of our food, I don't think today's been that bad, you know? It could have definitely been worse. We could have had much worse of a go, you know? Not really sure what would have made it worse, but we, oh, yeah, I am. We could have lost our daughter. We could lose Leanne. We better not lose Leanne. I'll flip. Okay, and on that note, let us switch over to the brewer house and see how everything is going there. Do little Leanne's birthday, and fingers crossed that she's gonna make it. So here we are with the brewers. So I think Harlan might be a little stressed about Leanne's birthday, because look at that face, but Leanne seems happy enough. So let's see if we can get a good look at her. She's trying to escape. Came out with a hat. She's like a loner. You know what, Leanne? I kind of see that for you. So let's go ahead and see what her aspiration will be. As we know, the first one never counts, so... Playtime Captain. That doesn't seek out active play with friends, but you're a loner. Hey, you know, you do you, buddy. And now we have to do the dreaded roll of Destiny. The roll of Destiny. Too cute. Okay, Leanne, let's see what happens with you, bud. So for her to be successful, we just have to avoid rolling a 3, a 9, or a 19. That's all. First one never counts. No. No, 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 no. Oh, no. Oh, dang it. Dang it. But look at how pretty she is. Dovile's daughter. No. Oh my goodness. We're gonna have to at least modify her. We can't, if she's going to go, we can't have her looking like that as a ghost for forever. So this is Leanne. I think she does have quite a bit of her mom's face shape, even though she's got her dad's sort of like hair color and eye color. I think he would have put a lot of money into her and hoped that she would, you know, have nice outfits and nice things. So I've done that for her. We can try pleading, but Harlan didn't have good luck last time. And he might be afraid of death, so I don't know that he's gonna be successful. Oh no, and he's just started putting weight back on, and he's gonna... Oh, this is the worst. Oh, Harlan! You can't fail us this time, Harlan. You can't. It's your baby. Dovile at least had a life. Leanne doesn't have any life. Wail. Wail! I don't know if wailing is better. It worked last time. Please. Please, Grim. Please. Please. No. She's a kid, Grim. She's a kid. The love between Dovile and Harlan. The whole reason their lives took the turn that it took. Oh my gosh, this is the worst. Okay, so for you guys, this is a continuation of the episode. For me, this is a few days later because I was a little bit, I just needed a few days after the loss of Leanne and, you know, the holiday season and everything. But I hadn't even begun to get ready to start. I mean, it's all going, but this popped up. Darius's milestone reflection is that his love life has been pretty drama-free. No breakups, no cheating, which, okay, I guess that's technically true. But if anybody's love life has been pretty drama-free, I'm not sure that it's his. So I think that's quite funny. But we've been awoken by the baby. I've noticed that the baby seems to be having some trouble. Like, things seem to be a little weird with this bassinet. I don't know, like the baby's crying right now and it's woken up everyone. But for some reason it doesn't show that the baby's crying. So I don't know. I guess there it goes. Also, the toilets have been really wonky, and so I've replaced them and given us the money back because I basically thought that was fair. Also, I've noticed the laundry seems to be bugged because it keeps saying unload and set laundry down, so I'm actually going to take that out and see if getting rid of the laundry stuff helps, because that's been a consistent issue for us, is the laundry. I feel like if we don't make an opportunity at this point for Darius to interact with Summerled, he's not going to. And the reason why I say that is because I didn't realize how long he'd been soulmated to him until somebody commented on the episode in which it happened. But, like, I don't know, they... Oh, now he won't let me click on him. Hello, Summerled? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But it's been a while since we last... Dang, they both want to have a child? Okay. It's been a while since we actually, like, got soulmated with him. And yet, nothing's happened, you know? Oh, but I did want to say that after I finished recording the last episode, well, to me the last episode, the one where Leanne passed away, we did go and take her to get buried at the church there. And her mom did pop up, so that'll pop up now. But Dovile did pop up, and she and Harlan had a conversation. She was upset because he didn't ask her to prom, and apparently that's the most important thing, even when you're dead. Not, but that's The Sims. What can we do? But today is little Eadwulf's birthday, and I am hoping against hope that he's gonna make it through. But honestly, I don't know. Not looking good, I feel like. Oh my. So Darius and Summerled were having a chat. And I don't know if Sif can see this from... No, I'm pretty sure that she could. Pretty sure she could, although I'm not sure that she would notice right now since she's so sick. But for sure, Gree can see that her father and Somerled are having something go on right outside. Now, if you want to know an interesting fact about this time period, in the year 1307, a law was passed that stated that barbers could no longer put bowls of human blood in their windows. I heard it said that it was partially kind of advertising and partially because they were the ones who were going around doing bloodletting after the clergy were outlawed from doing bloodletting. Not outlawed, but told by the Pope they could no longer do it. Barbers became the ones who did a lot of the bloodletting, and they didn't know what to do with the blood, so they would use it as advertising by, yes, putting bowls of human blood in their windows, but they were told, hey, don't do that, that's gross, nobody wants to see it, after people in cities were like, that's disgusting. Sif, you've been making this cake already for 22 years. I feel my life slipping away from me. I feel myself aging. Stop. And so they were told they could no longer do that, and they said, oh, where are we supposed to put that then? And the authorities said, why don't you go ahead and put it in the River Thames? That seems like a great idea. And so, true story, they would start throwing blood into the River Thames. Okay, let's get this birthday over with. Okay, Eadwulf, let's see this happen. Oh, and he's stretched. Aw, a horse lover. We can do that for you, bud. And then, of course, we've got to roll to see which one he will be. First one never counts, so let's try that again. 1. Creative. Okay. We can go with that. So let's go look at you in cats. Man, if this kid isn't pure Selby, then I don't know. I mean, he's got his dad's eyes, that's for sure. But everything else about him looks so much like Selby, it's not even funny. So here we are back with the Paynes, and unfortunately I have switched to the non-residential rental, and that appears to have fixed the freezing every hour. They still have like a bit of lag issues, but I did realize I forgot to roll for this sad guy for his birthday, and so hopefully he's gonna be a-okay, but I guess there's only one way to find out, so we're gonna go ahead and roll for him now. Oh yeah, that's the one. So ridiculous. Okay, for this feller, the numbers that we want to avoid are the same as Leanne. We do not want a 3, a 9, or a 19. As we know, the first one never counts. And a 15, he's totally okay. So it looks like he's going to be a-okay and get to age up successfully. So one more roll after this to teenagehood, and then he'll be the one in charge. Although it's 1307, and we all know that the Great Famine is coming in 1315, so 8 years from now. So I believe that he won't even be able to get married yet by that point. And we currently do not have so many babies to rely on. So we'll see if he ends up making it. Not to be dark, but our little heir. He wants to become a horse rider, though. And I've never played with more than the 8 Sims in a household. I've never had more Sims than that in my control. I know that you can edit the household for that, but I've never done it, and so kind of makes me a little nervous. Okay, so it seems like things are going quite a bit better. We're gardening away. We're relatively okay. We don't sleep that great because of the baby Dovile, but she'll age up today. And yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll check in when that happens because I think today's going to be a pretty boring day overall. Oh, I guess I should tell you that another thing I did when I was messing around trying to figure out how to make these Sims, you know, work is I had Sif and Darius do the old woohoo. And so, you know, she might be growing another baby in there. It's hard to say. She could be, you know, potentially making another heir for us. We don't know. So, like I say, I'm a little bit nervous about the prospects of our children at this point in time. In fact, you know what? Let's just age up baby now. Ah, Sunny. Look at those eyebrows. She's looking angry. Guess she wanted to have this hair. No, you can have this hair. I'll do that for you. If she's not an angry looking kid, then I don't know who is. Okay, so wow, look at all of us. Look at all of our kiddos. Currently we have 4 living kids. Because we're just lucky like that. Lucky like that in this main family. We're wrapping up, I think, for today. We might just, if we find out that Sif is pregnant, for sure, then Sif, can you please go feed your daughter? Thank you. Then we'll make sure to show that. But other than that, those are the main events for today, for this year. There are actually 0 birthdays next year in 1308. There will be a archery competition. There will be another hunting day. And of course, we're going to check in with Vilcus because Vilcus actually met somebody. I wasn't recording. I was just checking in on him. And he was hanging out. Gree. It's okay. Mind your own business, bud. So he was like hanging out, talking to this lady who's where he's gotten to now. And while he was doing that, she actually propositioned him, not the other way around. She propositioned him and he said yes. So I think that, you know, he's sort of like selected for himself who he is going to. What are you doing to this kid? Oh dear. So yeah, I think that, oops, I forgot to reset this place. Oh my. So yeah, that kind of said to me that, that was kind of who he'd chosen, mostly because we really need to get him married off straight away. So, you know, we're just going to go ahead and go with that so that he has a chance, you know, to also have some kids of his own before the famine starts and also before his big roll into adulthood. But, you know, it's currently 4:13. Nothing really is going to happen here. I think that the game's running a lot smoother now that... Is this spoiled? Dang it. Now that we're not on a residential rental, unfortunately, because that means that we can't really use them in our main family, but it does mean that we can use them in other families that, you know, we're not a part of and still be able to have more Sims in our world. That'll be fine. But I don't think that it's going to work with our main family, which is really unfortunate as well because... yeah, it would have been really nice to be able to have other families close by, to have our family close by, to be able to sort of like have lived that whole like version of reality that's closer to the truth. But I mean, if it's gonna take so long just to be able to like do basic things, I just can't. I can't do it. It's not good for my sanity. Oh, and we just got it. She didn't even take a pregnancy test. It just happened to be while she was on the toilet, but she is in fact eating for 2. So congratulations, Sif. We're really pleased for you. Yeah, I guess that we'll leave this part here. I hope that you've liked this year so far. It's been quite a strange year. It's felt strange for me. I'm sure it's been strange for you. But I guess, you know, if you want to support the channel, of course, like or comment or subscribe or all 3. And other than that, I guess I will see everyone in 1308. Thanks for watching, everyone.